All right, you guys, we are back on Disney again, and we have two more parks to discuss, and then it will just be me talking about Disney with you guys. But first we did in not MGM Hollywood Studios. We talked about that. We talked about our Magic Kingdom Day, which was on a Monday.
Rainy Monday.
Rainy Monday. The thing that I want to go back towards Magic Kingdom is we forgot to talk about the food that we ate. We talked about the Skipper's Canteen. I thought. Did we talk about Skipper's Canteen?
Yeah, no, we did.
We did.
Yeah, we talked about Skipper's Canteen.
How really, really amazing it was.
Mm-hmm.
But we forgot about Gaston's Tavern.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had
we did try so I have had a long time ago when they came out with Le Fou Brew. It was gorgeous. It was so good. It was like a apple cider. It was so yummy. This Le Fou Brew that is out or has been out for quite some time is disgusting. It's literally disgusting. I don't know if they were trying to take a note from the butterbeer at Universal Studios for Harry Potter, but that's what I would think that butterbeer would taste like, and it's gross. It's literally, I don't know what butterbeer tastes like, but I'm saying the Le Fou Brew was terrible. It wasn't anything like it was when I first had it, when it first was introduced into Gaston's Tavern.
You didn't like it at all?
At all. That's not the way it tasted.
Huh.
It's not the way it wasn't even the same color. It wasn't even the same texture. It was so sweet and so gross. So gross. But anyway, I didn't finish it. We didn't finish it. But we were contemplating between having the gray stuff or of course, the
creme brulee.
Creme brulee.
What is it? Wasn't a croissant.
They call it a creme brulee croissant, but it's not really a
croissant. It was
croissant.
a pastry.
It's just a creme brulee pastry square, and thankfully the girl that was handling our service, she said, you need to try the creme brulee. She's like, the gray stuff is a cupcake and it's that Oreo icing, blah 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 blah, which I knew what it was going to be. I was like, this creme brulee better be really good, because I was prepared for the gray stuff. Seriously prepared for it. So we tried it.
It was fantastic.
And we devoured it like piranhas.
Man, so good.
We literally just were sitting there eating it. And if you don't know, that's where you get that big, huge, like I was watching everybody get their food. That's where you get that big, huge cinnamon roll. Like it's this big. Like it was huge. And so was
our creme brulee square.
Creme brulee square was pretty big.
Yeah.
And for both,
big. It was a good size.
Don't it was this big.
No, it was that big.
It was
big. It was bigger than we thought it was going to be.
It was really big, but we finished it. I mean, we finished it. And with the Le Fou Brew, not a good combination.
Yeah, it was. That wasn't a good combination. I didn't think the Le Fou Brew was too bad, but I never had the first one.
Yeah.
But it was not a good combo with the creme brulee. It had just threw the taste off of the drink more so than the creme brulee.
But that was the only thing that we forgot to say in the Magic Kingdom experience. So now it is Tuesday for our trip. And we are at Animal Kingdom. All right, so we did not rope drop Animal Kingdom. Basically, I did take a note from one of the YouTubers, and they said if you go through the Rainforest Cafe, there is a little thing to get in there instead of waiting in the long lines. But by the time it kind of backfired on us, because when we were there, there were some people going through, doing their fingerprint in the wristband, but we kind of hit a crowd that was a selective crowd. Is there? Oh, I thought that was a Band-Aid on there. I was like, what is that? but which they were having issues, so our entrance was delayed.
Mhm.
So basically, if we would have just gone through the main entrance, then we probably would have just gotten right in instead of having to wait on people that didn't know what they were doing. And yeah, so it just kind of backfired. But that will be another video for me to talk about in more in depth Disney things. But so we're in Animal Kingdom. What do you want
The
to
floor
say?
is mine.
Yeah, because you're the noob on.
I thought the park was really, really neat. The whole setup was really cool, very jungly. The Tree of Life was really cool, and every time you looked at it, you'd find something else in it.
Mhm.
That was cool. God, how many animals do you think it had in it? Like,
It says over like about 100 and something.
that was cool.
There was it's a known fact. You can always look it up.
Yeah. Anyway, that was really neat. The whole layout of the park was really cool. I thought I liked that whole jungly vibe. It was neat. And then the first ride we went on was the Yeti.
You
Expedition Everest. Yeah.
Expedition.
Well, you waited in line. She waits in line with
Wait
me,
in line.
and then she gets off at the
And I
end.
get off at the end.
That was awesome. That roller coaster was really, really cool.
Yeah, for a coaster ride,
Hmm.
you really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
It's hard to say which one's the best with that one and then the rock and roller coaster. Like, they were both fantastic coasters. I don't think I could put one above the other because they're too different, but they're the thrill that you're seeking is in both of them.
So, Animal Kingdom is not going to have a whole lot of thrill rides. Obviously, it's a very small park. Animals, it's more like a zoo, sort of. So, you went on that. And then we did the Kilimanjaro Rapids ride, which I love rides.
That was really fun too.
That one has a steep drop slide. Not like a log ride slide. So for those of you who don't like drops, a little bit scared, it looks scarier than what the drop really is. It goes really kind of just easy into it. I mean, it looks like y'all are going to go fast and it's going to go down, but they can't do that with this ride. So it's actually not that bad. I was sideways, like going into it. Like, so we were side by side and I was on we were the opposite sides that we're sitting in. And I was looking down and I was like, saying some words with a family that we were with, and there was a little girl, but unfortunately, it's just like, hey, I'm gonna say some choice words, but it wasn't too bad. My heart wasn't going. So for a person who doesn't like drops, and if you've heard that the Kilimanjaro Rapids ride has a drop, don't worry about it. If I can do it, and I'm such a pansy when it comes to rides. I'm so serious. I get freaked out on the People Mover. So if you know what the People Mover is, and to say that I got freaked out on it
because of the speed of it, huh?
Because it was dark.
Oh, okay. The dark, gotcha.
The dark and the unknown. So if I can do the Kilimanjaro Rapids ride, anybody can do the Kilimanjaro. And this was a little tiny little girl. I mean, she was okay.
It was fun. It was a. I mean, look, it is a good size drop, but it's a very smooth drop.
It's not like a.
No, it's not
like
straight down or anything like that.
But there is a drop, and it's okay. But it was a very fun ride, and you don't get that wet. I was super.
There's one spot.
Disappointed.
There's one spot that you could. And it's rare to hit.
We
sat
prepared.
And watched people after we got done, and there was maybe one guy out of like 6 or 7 of the rafts that came by that actually got pretty wet.
We were so prepared. We were every day to the parks. We wore like a bathing suit under our clothes. So I mean, it didn't matter if we were getting wet on a water ride or the weather. And I mean, we didn't get wet. We were bone dry on this water rapid ride. And I am one of those where I go on the Popeye ride at Universal Studios, which he's never been. Popeye ride, everybody gets wet. But this ride, all of us were literally bone dry.
And everyone but us had their swimsuits on. Oh, and some ponchos. Some people had ponchos on. We just had our stuff and our backpack.
And
so it was okay to not get wet.
I will say with the Kilimanjaro Rapids ride, they don't allow you to hold your things. There's no locker. So you're getting on the ride with your stuff.
You have to take it on the ride.
You have to take it on the ride. And they don't care if it gets wet. So I thought that was pretty messed up about that.
Yeah, they don't have a place to put it. And
yeah, because the Popeye ride, you put all your stuff in the middle and it's a zipped up, like, plastic.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I was like, so you can't hold our bag? And they're like, no, ma'am, you have to put it on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like,
mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, whatever. So maybe that's not something that people talk about, but yeah, I mean, just be sure to have a poncho to cover your things. If you don't, you might get wet, but chances are you might not get wet.
Yeah, you probably won't.
But anyway, but that one's a gamble. And then you did Dinosaur.
We did Dinosaur. Yeah, I did Dinosaur, yeah.
Yeah. Intense-wise, I've done Dinosaur about 2 times. And I hate it both times. I hate it. So, intensity for people that don't like rides, it's too intense for me. It's very, very jerky. You stop short a lot. It's very loud. It heightens my anxiety for like panic mode because you're trying to find this dinosaur. You're trying to escape the Earth, I mean, the Earth being blown up by an asteroid. I mean, there's a lot of things going on, and it's just Disney makes things feel so real, and they get you overly excited in the queue because they kind of just make it feel like it's real. And for me, it's hard to, when you're in the dark like that, and you're just being twisted and thrown around and thrashed and then, the car goes like this. I mean, it's a lot of movement. And I'm not one that was always, like, car sick or anything. But I'm starting to, as I age, I get a little bit motion sickness. So, yeah, definitely you need to take something for motion sickness on that ride. It's loud. It's obnoxious. And I hate it.
I thought it was all right.
You loved it.
It was fun. I wish it had drops. I like drops. I like roller coasters, to be quite honest. But it was fun. It was cool, and it's leaving, so that was
it's gone.
That was cool to do. It's gone already.
It's gone.
Wow. Well, we got there just in time.
Yeah. So
and then we did
the other
Avatar.
ride.
Avatar.
Was that the only other ride that's there? Oh no, we did the safari.
Oh yeah, the safari. That was a good safari.
We're gonna get to Avatar last.
Oh, are you? Okay.
So we did the safari. We had a wonderful safari.
Yeah, it was very nice.
It was awesome because it had just rained. It cooled down the day because the day was burning hot. And I feel like Animal Kingdom has no freaking shade. Like, there's no shady areas or spots where you can find relief. And it's just hot. It's hot. It's steamy. It sucks, and there's no food. I don't know, for some odd reason, I feel like there's hardly any food there that I want to eat, one, or that looks normal, too. And then, it's just, I don't like it. Animal Kingdom is my least favorite, I would say. It's not, I could take or leave Animal Kingdom, really, honestly.
neat.
I could leave Animal Kingdom totally off my Disney experience. We tried to see the tigers, but they were non-existent that day. And again, you're walking through a hot, dry atmosphere, or actually wet,
very humid
atmosphere, and you're trying to look for tigers, and they're not there. It's like a letdown.
They're hot.
It is.
They're hiding.
I'm hot, and I'm irritated, and I want water, And Animal Kingdom's park water is horrible, by the
Yeah,
way.
it was
feels
not good.
It feels like you're drinking the same water as the animals are drinking. And yeah, it's just a miserable time at Animal Kingdom for me. I just don't care for it.
Wait till we get to your favorite ride there.
Oh yeah, favorite ride. But the safari ride is my most favorite ride. And thank goodness we had an amazing safari. We got great pictures. He got great pictures. They were fantastic. So I enjoyed that. I have done the Animal Kingdom is so spread out. Like that's probably why, because you feel like you're walking forever, and it's just like, oh my gosh, where am I? And I don't understand the lands because they all look the same. It's like, let's go to Asia, and I'm like, I always get lost in Animal Kingdom. I don't know where I am. I can't get my bearings because everything looks the same. It's like there's Asia, there's Africa, and I'm like.
That's like how we get back to the front.
I'm like, I don't know where I am. I just know Dino Land and follow the signs. Like it's just. Did you feel that Animal Kingdom was kind of weird
tricky.
Tricky to navigate?
A little bit, yeah.
Because it has a bunch of like areas and everything looks the same.
Or there's a lot of exactly. A lot of the walkways you can go on. They do all look the same.
They all look the same, and so it's not. I don't know. I just have a difficult time there, and then Avatar.
Yeah, we went to Pandora.
So, someone who likes Avatar.
Yes.
What did you think about it?
Pandora was cool. The whole land was actually really, really cool.
I wish you could have seen it
at
night.
In fact, I think it was probably the coolest themed land that Disney had there. I think it beat Star Wars.
It's unfortunate that Animal Kingdom closes early for the humans. Not unfortunate for the animals' sake, because I know why they do it is because of the animals. But when it's summertime and the park closes at 6, it's still pretty light outside.
Very. Yeah, you have 2 more hours of daylight.
And you don't get your full experience with Pandora.
Yeah.
So, because, that stuff takes a lot. Like, when it's dark, and I've been there when it's dark, and it's cool. It's cool as hell.
All the lights, all the plant
everything
life
that glows
comes to life like it does in Avatar, like in Pandora.
Everything there. I mean, it's like you're stepping into the movie set, and it's unfortunate that he didn't get to experience that. One, because we didn't stay, and
we couldn't.
We could have.
Couldn't have stayed long enough to see that.
Could have seen some things glow, but no, you didn't see much glow, and plus we didn't stay. But we did wait 70 freaking
I think that was
minutes.
I think that was a real wait time. And that was a really cool queue. That queue was cool. The wait sucked.
We stayed in that line for a long time.
That's the only line I've seen have an actual restroom halfway through the line. It had a restroom. Yeah, and it did. It had
so if you are kind of like weary and you're like, I may need a restroom halfway through this line.
It's got one.
It has one.
Yeah,
it has
good.
one. It's there.
And then you got probably about 30 more minutes to wait after that restroom. Because the ride is really cool, but it's like very, very immersive. So like you're standing in the explanation queue, I'll call it.
Yes.
Where they're introducing you to the ride and everything. That
about
is
7 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's like I mean, where most are maybe 2 or 3. This one is just like you're watching a dang movie.
Again, it's trying to freak you out. It's trying to get your anxiety and just
put you in what you're supposedly doing in the ride. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get in there, and there's this big screen in front of you, and you hop on this almost like a saddle.
Okay, I'll explain this part.
Okay.
So, I asked my sister, who has been on this ride, and she loves roller coasters. I asked her if I could just close my eyes, because I know it's simulated, and if I will be okay. She said, yes, you will be just fine. Just close your eyes. She explained, as my boyfriend was saying, it's a motorcycle-ish vehicle. They have them parked out in front of the ride so that you can see if you fit. If you're a bigger person, most rides are doing that nowadays where you can see if you will fit. They did kind of freak me out a little bit because they said if you're afraid of heights, because they do go through all the things like if you're afraid of heights, if you are motion sickness, you need to not get on this ride. I knew that if I closed my eyes, the motion probably wouldn't bother me, but it was the height thing because I wasn't quite sure what they meant by heights. Because how this ride is designed, it's a movie theater, but if you've ever seen that movie theater that has like a concave existence, but then it has that bowl. So like the screen isn't flat, it's like
it's rounded.
It's rounded and it's all encompassing. Almost I would say very close to Soarin'. Did we discuss Epcot?
We haven't been yet. Epcot's Wednesday.
Oh, that was our last.
That's gonna be our last one.
Right. Sorry. So he hadn't been to Epcot yet. So this was more than that screen at Epcot. This is like a huge screen, and you got lots of people kind of behind you and in front of you all the way down. So the way it is set up, it's like this.
Talking about Soarin'?
No,
Or-
I'm talking about
Okay,
this,
Avatar.
the Avatar ride. So it's like this in the theater. You're on these motorcycle contraptions.
It's a big line of them. They're all
And it's a
almost
big
connected.
line, and you got some behind you. You got, I saw people behind. But when you get into because they have them kind of like rows of four, or four little guys, like yours, mine, and then two other girls were next to me, and then it kind of cuts off
And then
because it
there's
has
more on
like
the
it's
side.
like a. So when you get in there, it looks like it's just the contraption, and then there's a screen in front of you. Just a protector screen. That screen lifts up, and you feel like you're there. The thing I said, does it move? Because I asked the attendant, I was like, is this going to be pushed out? And they said, no, it doesn't go anywhere. The screen just lifts up, and it looks, because it's that concaved screen, it looks like you are out over it. It looks like that. So I did not see anything. As soon as that cover lifted, I was like this. And he wrote it. I'll let you tell it, but I'm going to say, for people that don't ride rides and think that you can just simulate your way and just close your eyes, not this one. Do not do it with this one, because this one you're going to feel it goes up, and you are moving as if you were going down on a ride.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I
got a lot of
literally
movement.
was like, oh. I was getting a little sick, and I was cussing the whole entire way of the ride, cussing the ride out, to help me cope with what was going on. The thing underneath you, like in between your legs of the motorcycle, it acts like it breathes.
Feels like you're around
And
the
it
neck
vibrates
of the Banshee.
and it breathes. I had to kind of get my legs not to feel it, because if I feel it, I can imagine it, and you can feel the movement, you can hear it, and so I could imagine what's going on, and I would get motion sickness just by not looking. So it's a no-go. It's a definitely no-go, and I was literally hanging on for dear life, because this thing kind of goes up and it goes down like a roller coaster. So no. Go ahead.
For me, I thought it was pretty dang cool, and I get motion sickness, so this was a little
pill.
Yeah, I had Dramamine, but this got me. I could feel where if I rode it again right after, I probably wouldn't have felt great. I didn't feel bad the first go around, the only go around. But I will say, so it's really cool. It drops you in. You're flying on a Banshee. You're going all over Pandora, and it's, you're 500 feet in the air is what it looks like. Hold on to that thing. It's really cool. But my glasses were blurry. And I asked some other people when I got off the ride, and theirs were as well. So that kind of threw the experience off a little bit.
I didn't take any glasses.
You can see it. You can still see through the blurriness, but it definitely took away from the ride a little bit.
And you closed your eyes a little bit.
Just in a couple spots, yeah. I didn't want to get that motion sickness headache, but I think I probably didn't have to. I think I would have been okay. Now, if I would still ride it again, right after, that would have probably set me off a little bit, but...
I hate that ride.
but
it.
I thought it was cool.
I will never go on it ever again. And to know that it was that intense, I think the Harry Potter one at Universal Studios is going to be the exact same thing.
Oh, on the broom?
Yeah. No. Absolutely not. Hate it. Hate it. So we didn't eat at this park. We had snacks. And that was it. We didn't
We
eat.
just had a snack when we left.
We had a
Yeah.
snack when we left. We left 2 hours early.
What? You don't like Animal Kingdom anyway. You just told them.
I know. I like to stay at the parks if I paid for it. But yeah, so yeah, we left 2 hours early before closing, and we went to another hotel,
Mm-hmm.
which we already told you guys about, which is
The Caribbean Beach.
Caribbean Beach.
Yeah.
So, and then we went back to our place and had a nice night.
Yeah.
So that was Animal Kingdom. What would you say it is a park that you must go to?
Yes. Well, especially for thrill seekers, you got to do that
You
roller
have
coaster.
like literally one ride there that's like.
Well, Avatar was neat.
An
The
Avatar.
the Rapids ride was fun. That's a fun ride. You even like that ride.
I would rather go on Popeye.
Well, we didn't go there.
I know. All right, guys, that wraps it up for Animal Kingdom. We will see you for the next one for Epcot.
Yes.
All right.